Hello everyone and welcome back to Steel Division 2. Today with the Men of Steel DLC preview. We are going to take a look at Bronirana Brigada and from the Bulgarian division. And so here we go. The Bronirana Brigada found itself fighting its former Axis allies when Bulgaria switched sides in September 1944. The armored formation, reinforced with infantry, battled against retreating German units in Yugoslavia until the war's end. A mix of light armor and pre-war weaponry characterized the battle group, with large pehota squads providing plentiful manpower. Will these be disheartened? We'll see in a minute. Older tanks such as the Skoda S35 and Praga P38, Panzer 35T and Panzer 38, are many, including a variant originally destined for Afghanistan with medium Panzer IVs and Stug 3s G, bringing extra firepower to bear. More impactful is its artillery, fielding everything from Swedish Bofors to older Schneider 220mm gun. Air is potent with Dewa twin planes, B-71 Giraffe bombers, and Stuka D5 dive bombers. The Bronirana Brigada might field outdated equipment, but hold its own thanks to its unique mix of infantry, air, and light armor. All right, well, we'll see about that. Let's go here. So over here in the... By the way, guys, I was giving authorization by Mickey right here to use this content for the preview. So, don't be worrying too much about that. If you want to see those yourselves, you can go on Mickey, Mickkeey, and just type in Bronirana Bulgaria Division, and this will bring you automatically to his channel. All right, let's continue this. So we'll have the classic BMW R75, 6 of them. No one really uses them. There's a couple of players who will use these guys, and the only use that I have for these, I rarely use them, if ever. I think I can count 2 or 3 times where I bring these types of recon, but the only thing I can see that is because of its fast speed. If your division doesn't have any other fast speed units, you want to bring these guys just so that they can stop the enemy from advancing towards you at the same speed rate. And then we have the M223, so that's an SDKZ 223. 10 points, but only on, it's not even, actually, it's not that, it's only just a machine gun, an armored machine gun. See it as it may, I could see using that. It has a radio, it's a recon unit, it's 10 points. I don't think there's any reason you wouldn't want this in your deck, especially if you do have artillery with you. But this is a good infantry, it's not a good, it's an alright infantry support. You'd want to use them for their radio mostly, I think. You can get 2 of them double vetted. All right, so you've got the Razuznavachi. These guys are the classic recon 2-man squad. You get 4 of them, 15 point. You can only get them 1 star, which sucks, but they do come with the M222, so that's awesome. It is a 20mm APHE armored personal carrier. That's the classic SDKZ 222. Then the Razuznavachi, these guys is the classic recon unit that we all have. Then you have this one, looks very interesting. You can get 5 of them in phase A for 25 points, 4 Beretta, 6 M24, 2 Breda 30. They can shoot these machine gun while walking. And they also got some Molotov cocktails. So 5 in A, 10 in B, and 15 in C. As a balanced player, I would probably take these guys in C. to complement my C-face infantry with some CQC, like some potent CQC units. Be that as it may, you will do whatever you want with it. But I think these are a good option. Over here, seemed like there's a lot of good infantry. The Lovsi Tenkova, 15 point for nothing much really. Well, their anti-tank rifle is weak compared to others. They got 4 rifles, 1 MP. I probably wouldn't take these guys, but they are 15 points, so you know there are only 18 of them in phase C. I don't know. They're 12 cats, 6. There's only 6 of them. Their stealth is exceptional though, and that can be useful on some maps. I can think of a single place where that would be really useful. But you know, exceptional stealth though is pretty good since they got anti-tank grenades. I could see that happening. Yeah, I could see these guys running around with you put them in C phase with the other recon unit, so Molotov cocktails, and you put these squads together. So now they have anti-tank grenade, anti-tank rifle, and Molotov cocktail, and that 2 squad together is good. And for the price of the other ones are 25, 2, 3, 30. Yeah, so it's not that expensive either. The Borchi, uh, well, they're 20 bucks, 11 strength, light infantry rifle squad. They're not that great. You you could take them. Then you got the classic pioneer leader. Only 3 of them. Only phase A. That almost every division has that. The commandeer, they got the Piat. They can come in A with 3 availability. Or well, you didn't go much in detail with that. Yeah, they got 8. They're 12-man strength leader squad. They probably got 6 in B and 8 in C. I would. It would be cool if they have 12 in C, but I doubt. Maybe 8 to 10 in C, and that's a really good. That's a really good leader squad. But you know, as the other one, they don't have recon, and so that kind of sucks. Um, but you gotta take what you can get. 4 stand, 8 carabinier, 1 piat, 20 points for leader. I think it's good. I think it's pretty good. All right, so we're going with the Moto Pihota. 9 of them in phase A. These guys only have an MG34 with some rifles and some CQC submachine gun. Not that great, but again, it's 20 points, so you know, not gonna complain. These guys are the same thing, but with a Panzerfaust, can only come in B or C. 16 men available in B for 20 points. I think that's good because the Panzerfaust shoots at 120 meter, so much more useful than these other guys. But you only get 1 card. But honestly, if you play Balance or Maverick, 1 card of them in B phase should help you a lot. Or you could, if you're playing Balance, you put them in C phase, and then with combined with the who were the Lovshi Tenkova, was it, and the Recon. Anyway, Pihota, now that makes a bit more sense. Strength 15, 13 rifle, 1 automatic rifle, march and shoot, MNS, march and shoot. So that means they can shoot while marching. 1 submachine gun, which isn't great, but this would be a very good line infantry. Put them 1 star and get them to 2 or 3 star with leaders and commanders. This should be excellent. And 20 points too. That's a good squad for 20 points. They're not even disheartened. All right, so the Sturmovi Pionieri, 5 NP. It's a regular flamer squad. It's 20 bucks, so could be worth it taking. Then we have the leaders, Kamrati Motopihota, classic, just 5-man smoke. Then we have more leaders. These guys coming in with anti-tank rifle, the Panzerbusch 39 with 25 mil penetration. Not the greatest, but for a leader squad, plus they have smoke. It's okay. It's all right. None of them has radio except for the Camaraderie Motopihota. Then we've got some Pioneers. These guys, pretty classic. 2 MP47 Carabinier, 1 MG34, 3 explosive, 5, 10, 15. They're the classic Pioneer squad everyone has. Was that all for the infantry? Wow. So you really got to deal. You really got to take these guys into the battle. Boy. Well, with the Pihota, 15 men strength, I actually can see myself having a lot of fun with these guys. The tanks, we've got the Skoda S35. It was 12 for phase A, 18 for phase B, and 24 for phase C. These guys do 40 mil damage. They go at 35 kilometers an hour on the road. Not bad. For 10 points, I'd take them. They can deal with light armor early game. You want them in A phase, not B or C, I would imagine. And then we got the leader variant, 369. Then we've got the Skoda T11. These guys do 70 damage for 5 points more. I would probably take these guys instead. But the Fraga for 20 points only come in A phase. And they do 70 mil damage, but they do have 60 mil frontal armor. So that's something to consider as well. These 10 to 20 points for tanks is really, really cheap. You might want to abuse and go for a 10 points one and hope for the better. I mean, for the use that you're going to do with them, which is just hunting, light tank, light recon, you're probably best with the 10-point Skoda S35. Then we've got the Panzer IV J, and coming 6, 12, 18, unvetted, 65 points. This is the classic Panzer IV, though it has 65 mil armor. The Panzer IV H coming in with 5, 10, 15, and 8 upvetted in B phase. You cannot upvet them to 2 vets, and for me that's a problem because I like my Panzer IV 2 vets. Every medium tank I would prefer having them 2 veterancy, but you know, whatever. 75 mil frontal armor and just a classic Panzer IV. And then you've got the leader variants. Oh, you've got 3 of each, by the way. 3 cards of each tank. And look at that. You've got a lot of tanks there. I think this division, so far, it looks like a great balanced division to me, anyway. Lots and lots of tanks. And you know what? Panzer IVs and Stug 3s they're all you really need. Yeah, you'll get these people playing with heavy tanks. But I'm sure we'll have something to deal with heavy tanks. Medium tank is where it's at, really. All right, and then you got the leader variant. These guys come with radio, and I guess that's all. That's all for the tanks. So a really great tank choice. You get a Skoda S35 in A. Maybe you want to get the Praga P38 for B phase. And you get these guys upvetted as much as you can. You take both leaders, because all 3 leaders probably, because they got radio. So that would be good. And then you take Stug 3. I would take 2 cards of Stug 3, 2 cards of Panzer IV. That should probably be enough. Yeah. Support, we're going classic 50 mil with 520 meter range. Charlozy, MG34, 30 points for MG34. Okay. Then you've got the PTO Skoda 37 mil. And these guys will do 40 mil damage, but at 30 points. Although they can get on the battlefield faster than the tanks at 10 points, but they do the same damage, and they probably die faster too, depending what the enemy has, of course. Yeah, I don't know. 30 points, well, it only has very good stealth. Yeah, I don't know. For 30 points, I find it expensive, personally. But for sure, you can't deny the ability to ambush a tank and destroy it from the side. So, yeah, probably taking this card would be a good idea. Remove the HE shells from them, keep them on AP. and let them do their work. All right, so you've got two L3000 snab. Ooh, yeah, yeah, just the classic ammo truck. And then you got the leaders, classic leaders. This one is probably the one I would take just because you can move it around the map much faster. Then over here, you've got the classic, AT rifles. They do 40 mil damage, so that's pretty good. You 4 of them with a BMW R75. 40 mil penetration, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You put 2 of these guys together, and that's a lot of problems they can cause. Then you've got the Panzer Shrek. Can only come in B phase. That's interesting. Interesting they would do that. Probably not worth taking. Probably. But if you're playing balance, why not? The activation points are rather cheap, so but you'd probably want 2 cards of 50 mil, 1 card of 75 mil. If you want, these guys probably have heat rounds. These guys probably have good HE. You'd probably end up taking all of these and maybe this guy. Yeah, these guys have heat rounds, so they can do 180 mil penetration at 1,000 meter, which is very, very good. And they come in with 65 or so percent accuracy, and there's 9 of them. So this is your heavy tank killer right there, and it costs 30 points. You've got 9 of them for the whole game. That's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. So absolutely, you want these guys on your team, and don't forget to remove the AP shells. You just want them for their heat rounds capacity, and yeah. Then you've got these guys. These guys I've seen do a lot of damage with the HE. You put them together, and they just they support. They're a light support weapon, I would say. You wouldn't use them for their AT capacity, but they can destroy, a Stug, a Panzer IV. So they're not to be taken lightly either. And for 30 points is pretty good. These guys are the classic. The the pack 40 come in 3 or 5, so you probably take the pack 40 in B phase with a 50 mil. Let's go take a look. Yeah, 50 mil, 6. You take 1 in A phase and 1 in C phase with 175 mil in B, and then you got A, B, C anti-tank. This one you take in A, in A, in A. That's what I would do. All right, anti-air looks fine. You've got these guys, which you probably wouldn't take, but you could in phase A with upvet them. Then you got the classic 37 mil. These guys you absolutely want in your deck. You've got these dudes, the 80 mil. Might as well just take the 88 at that point. You've got 246 artillery. You've got the recon with the radio, so that's always good. What is that? That's a new trait. That's a new trait. It's the artillery leader that comes with the new stuff, I believe. You've got 2 of them in phase A. It's the classic. Sorry, it's a classic 10 strength squad. And you got these guys. These are classic as well. 75 mil, 48 shells. You take them in phase A. You don't have to reload them until phase B at least. These can be really good for the early game. Then you got the 81 mil mortar, just a classic. You've got these guys, another classic. We all know them. You've got this airplane. It doesn't say the 220 mil. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You probably want that in your deck in phase B. You get 2 of them probably. Yeah. All right. The 150 mil. You can get 4 of them phase C. You probably want that as well in your deck with some ammo trucks. These are the 220 mil. They do 3 rounds per minute. They do a lot of damage. My experience with the heaviest artillery is they're much easier to destroy. So we'll have to take a look at that, just how good they are. Maybe you want one in A phase or 2 in B. I don't know. That's up to you. Yeah. All right, over here we've got another off map. This is where the 150 millimeter. This one looks pretty good too. 160 points. Air, we're going with the Dogan airplane. Probably not the best airplane you want around, but for 45 points, good availability. Maybe in phase A to try to kill some of the recon, but probably a waste of card. They look really cool though. These guys look kind of weird. The Chaika, 4 of them, 4 50-kilogram bombs. That's pretty good. But they go at 380 kilometers an hour, which isn't that great. They don't have a lot of good defenses on them either. Maybe you want to combine these guys with the Dogan. If you take them out, they're 50 points, so it's not expensive, and they got a good payload, so you want to keep that in mind. DO-17P Uragan, a classic recon, a good recon, because they're hard to shoot down, and it has 3 turrets, so that's pretty good too. Over here we have another air recon. This one is not that special. I thought he would be fast, but he's only going 350. We got the Strela E4, so these are the early variants of the BF-109. Some of the first ones to come into the war, so not really great, but they do have 220 mil this variant, so that's pretty good. For 60 points, I would probably take them. And there's good availability as well. The Divoatin, I don't know that airplane. 4 7.5 millimeter bullets plus 120 mil. I don't know. I'd have to test it. The Virana, these are recon with some bombs. Pretty good. They got 400 kilograms bombs. That's really good for recon. Then you've got the Stuka D5. The classic, pretty much the classic. You've got the Estrela G2 and the Estrela G6 with DO-17 Uragan bomber. These bombers, I wouldn't take them. They only got 250 kilograms bombs. Probably not worth spending 90 points on. Then you got more planes, not that great. And you've got these guys, 6 100-kilogram bombs. Resilience is very good, so you might want to take them for that. These guys, 20 50-kilogram bombs. Yeah, that would be good. I'd like that. IL-2 cluster, that's always good. You absolutely want that. And IL-2 assault gun, tank buster. This you want as well, because it's 132 millimeter rockets. There's only 4 of them instead of 8, which is a bummer. But this is a very good plane. Probably want that in phase B, I'd say, because rockets can shoot from further away, so you're less stressed and you're more likely to shoot than the cluster. And that is it for the Bronirana Bulgaria division. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll explore the other one as time goes. So this was the first division, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Groupement Dari division. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.